Welcome. We're jumping right into it. We're jumping into is the Agony Booth.
Yay.
Welcome back, friends and family, especially my family, because they tend to pop in here quite often. To the Captain's Quadrant. I'm your host, Captain Dove. Joining me this week, as always, Vedic Jason this week.
Kapla.
And VHS Jazz, Jace, as well as our special guest, Dave. Welcome, Dave.
Welcome, Dave.
Thank you.
Hello,
Appreciate it.
Dave.
Thank you.
You realize what you got yourself involved in, Dave?
I have an inkling.
No, you really don't.
All right, so let's get right into it.
Kick off the synopsis.
Yes, the synopsis. Major Kira tries a romantic interest in the mirror universe counterpart of her deceased lover, Barile, after he transports himself into her universe and on to DS9.
Yeah.
Who did not want Barile to come back? This is the character. Ever since he left the show, I was thinking, please let Barile come back.
That is not what I was
sleep
thinking.
aid than melatonin.
Oh, man.
No, let's do it. Should we get straight into the segment?
Let's
Captain?
straight into
Please
it.
do.
Yeah, I really associate with that little clip. That's how I felt initially watching it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of appropriate that we're here talking about Deep Space Nine because I think yesterday was Deep Space Nine's 30th anniversary.
30th
wasn't it?
anniversary.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah.
And here we are celebrating by taking pot shots at what is arguably the greatest Trek show ever made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's arguably. I think it is. I think
Actually, I think we have a 4-4 consensus on how wonderful this show is on here.
Yes.
it is
Right.
the high water mark. Yeah.
Yes. Well, maybe after Enterprise. That was a
All
joke.
right, so I'm just
That was
going to
a
kick
joke.
Jason off the stream. So-
And
And I deserve it.
yeah.
So what did we watch? I'm going to start.
What did we watch?
Yeah.
I was expecting to go because my memories of it was this thing is horrible. So I went in expecting the worst. And I got to say, this is about 25 minutes of this I don't think is horrible.
No.
But the 20 minutes of it that is horrible really stinks up the room. I mean, it really does. And I think a lot of it has to do with, this dude.
Yes.
The problem is
Just
Banal,
his
and he's not
stupid face.
Barile in
Oh,
my name.
gosh.
I've now named him Banal instead because I think that's what the character is, Banal.
Mm.
The problem is he, as an actor, worked for the stoic priest kind of guy. Like I thought he worked visually and performance-wise, but this dude ain't threatening.
No.
Look at him.
He looks like a big
I
teddy
mean,
bear.
I'm a bit concerned about his aim, to be honest with you. I reckon a drunk stormtrooper will aim better.
Yeah, he does have the
Looks a
cross-eyed
bit-
thing going on.
Yeah, he has got that thing going on there. I wouldn't trust his aim.
All right,
But the
Dave.
biggest problems I had, is really it starts off really poorly for me. Really poorly. Yeah, and it has little highs and has little things that I go, oh, I like that scene. And then it goes back into the cesspool of shit again. So I'll get into that further. Throw it to someone else.
Yeah, Dave, I'd like to hear from you because you're the new voice on the group.
Thank you for having me. First of all, I want to thank you. I really appreciate that. I've been a Star Trek fan since forever.
Mm.
So
He doesn't look old enough to be from the original series.
No,
Go ahead.
no. I watched syndication with my mom, classic Trek, and then I got into TNG 1987. 87. I was in high school. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so you guys are the same age.
Yeah. So yes, and I'll be 51 later this month. But anyway, I love Vedic Barile.
You like that character?
Yes, I do. I really do. Yeah, I know. I liked him and Kira together, and I know that. And I was reading earlier on some other websites that fans were not fans of his, and there were people weren't upset when he was killed off, but
Nope.
I really liked Barile a lot. I mean, and I love Kira and Odo together. I think they're a great match.
Right.
But I liked Barile and her together. I thought it was a wonderful relationship. So I think that this episode, in my opinion, is sort of like we messed up. We didn't really give him a nice send off. So let's bring him back and give him a nice little farewell. It's sort of how I feel about it, but that's just me.
That was the attempt, you think?
I think so. I mean, what was it? Life support, when
they were like kept replacing his body parts, made him suffer painfully.
Yes, it was terrible.
That was great. Bye.
But I was happy to see him. Honestly.
Okay. So that's fair.
Yeah.
So
and I like the reveal of him on the transporter pad. I like that. Like, who is this? What's going on? And
the setup was pretty cool. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah. So all right, Vedic Jason.
Oh, good.
Let loose.
Okay. My major problem with this episode is that I feel like I didn't have a problem with Vedic Bareil whenever he was on the show. I believe that his and Kira's relationship was important for Kira's progress as a character. And she summed it up there at the end of Life Support whenever she's telling him, you allowed me to do this and you allowed me to do that. And I honestly thought it was a good goodbye for the character, because Kira, I hate to say used him, or he was necessary for Kira's growth, let me put it that way. And then he was gone and he served his purpose, and it was sad and it was tragic. And I don't think there was any reason to bring him back other than, hey, let's bring him back as a mirror universe counterpart. So already I just feel like we had the flawed execution of this episode. And I'm going to go with what VHSJ said as well. Half the episode was pretty good. Half of it was not quite so good. I don't think Kira was perfectly in character here. She struck me as an irresponsible, lovesick puppy throughout most of it.
Selfish.
Which is selfish and stupid.
Yeah.
Any other episode, Kira would be like, you're planning on stealing something, aren't you? Or you're planning on being bad, aren't you? Because
she'd be the first one to point out the red flags.
Every time we've had a dealing with the mirror universe, you guys have been terrible. So yeah, how are you going to be terrible? She should have been a lot more skeptical. Because it just seemed like, oh, you look like my old dead boyfriend. I want to jump your bones now.
But that's what's called the things you do for love. When you love something,
there was no love involved in that. That was all
but her shitty decision making happens instantly in this episode.
Yes.
Are you telling me a security officer allows this situation to happen? And she says later in the episode, oh, I kind of knew. No, man.
No, no, you didn't.
Straight away, your instinct, Kira, based on what we have seen in this series, would have been turn around, knock the phaser out of his hand, and he'd be in the brig right now.
Ops has got the worst.
I know who you are.
security.
We're going to probe you so much to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
I do got to say, I realized something, because I watched this episode twice against my better judgment. Because whenever we do Agony Booths, I try to watch the episode
so nice. He watched it twice.
Yes, well, I just wanted to be well-versed. This episode actually became retroactive continuity for Discovery later down the road.
Yes.
Because in the Discovery episode where they were talking about Philippa Georgiou coming over from the other side, the Admiral says, yeah, we classified the mirror universe because how would you act if someone you loved died and then you found out they were alive over there? Apparently, you'd act like a moron and you jump in bed with them and forget forget all your training.
It's called the Kira standard.
But I thought, that's kind of cool. I wonder if the Discovery writers were thinking of this episode when they wrote that scene.
Probably. They probably ended up watching every Mirror Universe episode.
Mm-hmm. Most likely.
Yeah.
Those Mirror Universe episodes started out so strongly, and then I think that this is the tipping point where they all started to go downhill.
Well. When I think of the performance, I love Mrs. Visitor, or was it Miss Visitor? I think she is a queen and a talented actress.
Oh, she is.
The amount of ham that is being slapped on in her performance as a Mirror Universe is her entrance into this episode made me cringe.
Yes.
And I think I've got a picture of it here. And I didn't even want to get a picture of it because it made me kind of. Yes, it's the pose of it. It's just, and then but yeah. Anyway, we've kind of really been chewing into our next segment here, Captain. Should we just move into it?
By the way, I also, when I returned to this, my nostalgia factor kind of kicked in, and I was like, oh yay, it's my friends, Deep Space Nine. this isn't so bad. And then as it went along, it was like, oh boy, here we go. But, you know, like I said, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. I remember this being one of the ones when I had the whole DVD collection, I skipped because it was like, meh, skip. But as I was watching it again, I was like, you know, this isn't so bad. So let us move on to our next set.
Mr. Smooth, there's nothing there.
Apparently there was nothing there. Jason went away.
Now, here's the thing. I have been eyeballing the notes across my room since this thing started. So, and thinking, wow, I've got so many good notes in that book on the other side of the room that I left over there. So I thought, well, during that transition, I'll jump over there and grab the
I guess you thought you were the Flash, but in reality.
Well, speaking of Flash, I guess you see I'm not wearing any pants either.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not, and it's not underwear, it's shorts. I look very formal from the waist up. From the waist down, I'm very casual.
All right, the business should be picking up. We've got half nakedness going on.
Yeah, viewers should be going right up.
Quarter
right on
at most.
All right, so one thing I want to say is that is a cool sticker setup that you got on your notebook there, Jace.
Oh, wait, this is actually the notebook itself.
Oh, okay. You actually that. Okay,
cool. A little Star Trek: The Next Generation.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Very cool. Yes.
I think that show's going places.
I give it a year.
Here. All right, let's
I really have high hopes for that Yar person though.
I think she'll do well.
Yeah, she's gonna be super famous in the future.
Hey man, that's not the only time we've been fooled by that, because we were all fooled at the beginning of Star Trek New World.
Yes, we were. But the difference is we liked Hemmer.
I still mourn Hemmer to this day.
Yeah, I think that was a poor judgment on their part. I get it, but still.
Yeah.
Carol Kane's going to be great, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be great.
Yeah. Anybody who gets a heel, but
now I'm sad.
I'm a fan.
I'm more sad about Hemmer than I ever was about Barile.
Now, some of the things, this is a segment obviously dedicated to some of the points that are baffling in this episode. And there's a few of them, isn't there?
Well, my biggest one is, how did the Mirror Universe Kira come through when they didn't have any of that transporter stuff?
Good
she was
question,
just,
she is.
Hey, I'm here now. What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You didn't come through the transporter thingy like he did.
Yeah, that wasn't neat. It was more about the dramatic entrance. Yeah. And with this episode, there's a lot of dramatic shots. I've noticed the way they were filming this as being a bit of a production buff. I mean, like, you know, you got Banal, that's his name now, Banal. Opening the Ark of the Covenant at one point.
Oh, God. But he didn't melt.
He didn't melt. We wish. Like, that's what would have made the episode better. But yeah, that to me, the whole church subplot in it, I'm like, oh, does she really buy into this? Does she really believe Mirror of Universe Banal is gonna now has found, you know, space jeebus? So,
but that's Cisco. All you got to do is knock on his door. Excuse me, Space Jesus, are you in there? Yes, come in.
By the way, can I just point out on a good part, Cisco at this point in the series, man,
he was peak
Look at
Cisco.
Him.
Yeah, this was.
Oh my God, I would do
Cisco
anything
Prime.
that guy says.
Yeah,
he was barely in this episode.
No,
too.
He wasn't. I think
he was like in 2 scenes.
Yeah, is this one of the ones he directed?
And one of them annoyed the hell out of me at the beginning. If you think you're getting away with this, we'll get you. I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah.
But
all right,
I'm taking her out of here. No, stop, don't.
Not her.
No, please don't take her.
Back to Gino.
No. Well, he did give Odo that special security code. Remember that, like little wink, wink, yellow, whatever.
Oh yeah,
like wink, wink.
Yeah, basically, go kick his ass.
Yeah. You take care of it. Yeah.
I gotta say something I noticed about this episode that it bothers me, and I don't know why it bothers me so much. Why was that itty bitty runabout up in the docking pylon? We've never seen a runabout up in the docking pylon.
It just bothered you.
I don't know. It bothers me because, you know, they're on the landing pads all the time. And then all of a sudden it's up there like that docking pylon that's reserved for like Galaxy class starships.
Yeah.
They're on top. And the whole time they're going, like, we need to get to the docking pad where the runabout is. I'm like, it's not in the docking pad. We just saw it on the pylon. Yep, here we are at the docking pad. No, it's not in the docking pad. And they had to make
parked
that
in the disabled spot.
They had to make the special effects strictly for this episode, and I just don't understand why. Why did they make that special effect for this episode?
Yeah, but it's certainly a shot you could have reused stock footage from other shows.
Yeah.
Don't remember a single other episode that had a runabout up on the upper pylons, though. It just flummoxes me and vexes me to no end.
This is why you really hate the episode, isn't it? That's the
That's it.
Oh no, there's more than just this. There's more. I have my Agony Booth notes here.
Mate, I want you to go for it at this point.
Go.
Go. You've got notes.
Kira is low-key racist in the beginning of this episode.
Oh.
Basically, the space equivalent of saying, I don't date black guys.
Whoa.
Is what she was doing. Yes, she was. I don't date
that's right.
Oh, Captain Baudet, gross. Have you seen what they look like? Kira, excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were so fixated on looks. Because that one dude, so what? He's got a transparent skull.
You can see right into the best parts of him. His intellect.
You can always see what he's thinking. Women always want to know what men think.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sadly, this is actually the most interesting Bareilles ever been, in my opinion. Even though there was absolutely no reason to bring him in.
He's going to bail after that comment.
Yeah, he's interesting. I got to.
You're losing a TikTok follower after that.
And I unfriend you.
That's fine. That's fine. I stand by that. There are 5,000 Bajorans on Deep Space Nine, and they all go to a church that accommodates 16 people.
Well, okay. In fairness, there would be
isn't there like more than one though?
There should be, I guess. Maybe they have like 60 services throughout the day to accommodate everybody. I don't know. I counted everybody in there. I'm like, there's 16 people in that room.
Here's a little
not unless most Bajorans are agnostic and they're just ruled by like a theocracy. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. How popular is that religion in Bajor? We get the sense as an audience that it's almost like a mix between church and state. But reality might be it's a minority controlling the majority.
It could very well be, which makes me wonder, would the Federation really accept a world like that?
Yeah, well, the Federation's been known to change their opinions on things as soon as it suits them.
Yeah.
They really do. A positive I have about this episode is that I really like the way the crew was interacting with each other, because I think that that's always a strength that this show had over the Next Generation and even over Voyager, is that you got the feeling like this crew genuinely liked each other and that they were friends and that they were very casual with each other all the time. And it didn't seem forced, like, today we're writing a scene between Riker and Geordi, where Riker calls Geordi blind and makes a sly remark and leaves, and Geordi goes, "No, this is they're having this playful banter with each other." And I especially liked the scene with Bareil and Kira having dinner with Dax and Worf.
Good scene.
It was such a great scene because Worf was such a jackass at the very beginning because he was being rude and condescending. And then Bareil just puts him in his place. And instead of Worf getting mad, Worf is like, I respect that. Let's drink more.
More blood wine.
Fun Worf. Yeah. I forgot how much fun Worf was on this show.
Yeah.
He just got to Deep Space Nine.
Because he was getting regularly laid at this point.
Bashir surgically removed the stick from his butt, and he just became such a fun guy. And let's see. I don't even recognize what my own handwriting says at this point.
It's just a bunch of 0011s. Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk about the stun at the end when Bareil stuns the Intendant Kira. Did anybody notice how she didn't seem like it hurt? She didn't seem surprised. She seemed annoyed. It was like, zap. She goes, ugh. She falls down.
That was a choice. Hey, that's where it gets hammy.
That
was a choice that she made.
I wish that we had that scene where we could just play that one scene, just the.
We could replace Picard with that.
It was exactly just the sheer annoyance, almost the relief, like, oh God, it's over. At least the Mirror Universe stories won't get any worse than this.
Wait a second.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's all
Hey.
I have.
All right, Dave, your turn.
We're talking about the redeeming qualities, right? Is that what we're?
Oh,
No,
well, he threw in the redeeming. It's still kind of some of the things that baffled you in the
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. It's just
Things that baffled me. Okay. I'm not a big fan of when. I mean, I know she had a relationship with him before, but the way they just sort of fell in love again, like really. I know what it lust or whatever you want to call it. Reminds me of the Brigadoon Planet episode with when Dax fell in love with that guy after being together for a day.
Oh, yeah.
I have a big problem with that. Like it's like it makes no sense that she was just, and she's just blinded. And you guys have already said that, but she's just completely blinded by, he's from the mirror universe. She knows not to trust the mirror universe, and yet she just sort of just throws all that behind just to have, I don't know. And then they just let him out of the brig. They just let him out of the brig.
Let him out.
You're fine. She's not pressing charges. He's from the mirror universe. Like that's probably my
universe
only,
people. They're fine.
Yeah.
And every single one of them's tried to kill us, but they're fine.
I trust
one's
Smiley,
different.
but that's about it. Yeah.
I don't understand how Nana Visitor read the script and allowed some of these choices to happen because it is so against everything that she developed as a character for 6 years.
She was super out of character in this episode.
Super out of character. But
I just want to reiterate the things you do for love.
Joe. But I thought really hard how I could really encapsulate my thoughts about this episode. I really did. And I figured this is the only way I could really articulate what I thought about this episode.
Look, pal, why don't you do me a favor? Take yourself and your holier-than-thou attitude and get out of my life.
It's the only way I can explain it.
did I hear? Oh, is that what that was?
Not from me. That's from
that
Jordy,
was
I believe.
From Jordy?
Boy.
I was,
That's
wow.
on that's on par with and
Yeah, they're good at grunting, the Star Trek.
Yeah, they got a lot of good grunts. A lot of good
Well,
grunts.
let's move into
Yeah,
the
let's
Demon
move
Pictures.
into
It looks like gold. Tastes like gold.
It is gold.
This is one of my favorite segments where we try to take the best of the worst and try to put it into words and how, it has a redeeming quality. Besides the Worf dinner, I also want to mention that was actually Quark at his first time in Ferengi.
Armin.
Armin Shimmerman. First time
He
in
took
Ferengi
the
Guard.
role of Quark because he felt like he had to redeem the Ferengi for what he did to them in his first appearance.
Yeah. So
And
let's
he
kick
did. He
Yeah.
did.
Dave, let's kick it off with you.
I love Cisco's speech when he's talking about seeing Mirror Jennifer and having those feelings back. I just thought he played that scene really well. I've always loved him and Jennifer. Just breaks my heart. And when she showed up in the Mirror Universe, it was just, I think my heart just skipped a beat. I was just, I like Intendant Kira. I like the overplay, the over sexualization, playing for the camera, really hammy. I like that. I like her. She's having fun as an actor, getting to be, kooky and crazy. The dinner scene we've talked about, the opening scene you mentioned, and actually, the whole brain thing. I really liked that. I have a lot. The Quark scene with Bareil, I really liked. I thought that was interesting. And then when Kira and Quark are talking in the loading bay, I just really like that scene. So I think that there are a lot more standout scenes. Notice none of those have Bareil in them, I guess. Well, one of them does.
See, we were right.
And I love Bashir's nosiness. Like he tries to play it off like he's just there, but
he's not very subtle.
But
No.
Jason said it earlier, like just that. I mean, they've been on the show for 6 years. They know each other. They're friends, obviously. And I think that sort of chemistry played well. And it was a good, interestingly written scene, I will say. I don't talk to my coworkers like that. Definitely not.
You mentioned before about the scene. You like how Kira, Mirror Universe Kira is playing it up, and that there is one particular line that the perverted side of me really loved when she turned around to him and goes, "Well, you had her. What was she like?" I'm like, "Oh, that is dark and
Yeah.
gross.
Oh,
but
come on.
I
Yeah.
like
You're-
it.
Well, she has a crush on
Intend-
herself. Yeah.
Intendant Kira wanted to bang
Yes.
the major. That's
100%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. It was going to be Kira on Kira if they could have got away with it.
Yeah.
So.
If only the green screen technology was available back then.
And standards and practices.
We just
were-
mentioned that Joe wanted to make it real. So.
Yeah. That was my crush on the show. So without a shadow of a doubt, I was like,
Well, you know,
every
year-
narcissists are in love with themselves, so I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
it's
That makes a
only
lot of sense.
natural.
Yeah,
That is true. That
I
is
remember
true.
being, I think it was 11 or so, going, oh, something's happening.
Does she really want to with this guy?
Hey,
I
hey
don't get it.
guys!
Like,
He looks like a Muppet.
He
he
does.
does. He really does. And by the way,
Look at me. I've got the gun
You know-
Waka waka. I mean,
we talk about some bad performances in this episode. The hairdressing department for his wig need their asses kicked for that one. That was
I think
horrible.
him and Will from Stranger Things have the same barber. That's the
Yeah. I think I want to pull from the comments on this one because I
Oh
think
yeah, please do.
Space Mom, who says hello, said it best. Dave doesn't look
Hi, Space
51,
Mom.
and Barile looks like a homeless dude on the subway.
He's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong either way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is going on in the chat? Joe?
Prestige Media, our good friend Kev, he says,
Yes, Prestige
well,
Media.
at least somebody like Barile, and that's referring to Dave.
Yeah, okay. Well, you might have a supporter that I think Prestige is implying that he liked Burrell as well. But no.
Maybe not.
No, Burrell.
Barile, yeah.
Banal.
Anything else there,
Oh my
Joe?
God,
Yep.
this episode is so bad. I mean, for DS9, it's other crap.
Oh, well, okay. There
Yeah.
answers that question whether he actually liked
Yeah,
it or
yeah,
not. No,
yeah,
he did
yeah.
not.
And then I thought this was kind of cheeky. Disco writers doing research.
Hey, they do more research than people give them credit for if you really look into all the deep dives they do on that show.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I love that Texas Jason has notes.
Yeah, he's making the rest of us look bad, Space Mum. That's not fair.
Prestige Media had to grab his wife. He'll be back, but my Space Mom did want to mention Murdoch True Reading Rainbow host.
Like a butterfly in the sky.
So,
That wasn't
Murdoch.
anyway by host. Space Nine's direction.
yes. So, VHS Jace, did you have any redeeming qualities about this episode you wanted to share? With
Oh,
the
look,
group?
I mean, like I said, the particular scenes, which I think have already been covered, which were actually quite good. You mentioned Cisco's speech, absolutely brilliant. Even that the elevator ride in the beginning between Kira and Dax was great. All the other scenes, yeah, I don't have anything else I can think off the top of my head. That scenes that grabbed me that we haven't really spoke about. Yeah, the scene between, did we talk about Quark and Banal?
Yeah, Dave brought it up.
You brought up
briefly,
Dave, yeah.
briefly,
So we kind of covered all that.
Yeah.
And they were strong. And to again repeat what both you guys have said about the relationships. It's such a good point, Jason, because now I think about at that episode, that's the strongest things when they're talking to each other, the main crew.
Yeah.
There's a good
Yeah.
observation.
Yeah, what I really like about this is obviously after following the two characters, actual actors, Terry Farrell and they actually are very close friends. You'll see them posting, "Oh, we watched
Yeah,
together
they went to
today."
interviews together and
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah. So I found it to be really cool that
Mm.
this budding friendship started here and just blossomed and continues to this day, as well as Renee Echevernois Jones. We're all three very close.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that, and that's a redeeming quality because there's like you can sense it on screen and it also is off screen. So for me, that's a big plus.
Can
Yes,
anyone remember what the episode is after this?
it was
Statistical
probabilities.
Yeah.
Oh, with
Okay, and
Yes.
the augments.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that episode.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So they got a
Good one.
strong episode that follows. I'm just wondering if there's any like aftermath with Kira, whether
No.
they kind
Nope,
of
they
it's
just
just clean slate. Like
It's-
none of
it's
that
all
happened
done.
last week.
Yeah.
no, this
Yeah.
this is
This
what
is
we
the-
call in the biz a filler episode.
Yes.
But I thought they might have she may have made a passing message about it, or she was down in that episode. Zero
No.
reference whatsoever.
No.
Barile never shows back up. We never find out what happened to him. Nobody cares.
Yeah. I'm assuming the Regent killed him.
Yeah, I like to think that's what happened. Yes.
All right, let's move on.
I can talk my way out of this.
We're going to take a break.
Oh, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
We're going to go throw to our sponsor for the evening. And we'll be back.
Meteorite storm. Scotty, beam us up. Scotty! Scotty!
Don't worry, Captain. It's only a shower.
I don't need a brolly, you wally. Beam us up.
Captain, I haven't got the power.
Try, man, try. Power! More power!
Man's power, man. Uh-oh. Start again.
Well, he certainly hasn't got the power. Good afternoon. But you could have National Power and PowerGen. To register for a prospectus in the generating company's share offers, call 0272 272 272.
Ow.
Wow.
You see the curse of resurrection stung that commercial as well?
Yeah,
That's
I did see that.
Bad
That was
editing.
That's like the second time Kirk's found himself trapped inside of a woman's body, too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What else was interesting is was that the engineering room? Was that the engineering of the D?
That was the D's engineering room.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I thought. I was like, that looks like the D. What's going on?
It particularly wasn't an entertaining commercial. It just stunk of cash grab for these guys.
Yeah.
But this, I think it's clearly post 6 Undiscovered Country.
I agree.
Because of the music, that song that they're playing would have been.
I've Got the Power was 92.
Like early 90s or something. 92.
I could just see them coming up to Jimmy doing, hey, do you want to do a commercial with Shatner? As long as I'm not in the same room with him, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, they.
He's saying that as he hears in the background beep, beep, beep of that dump truck full of money being built on his driveway. Yeah. So there you go. You know what this means, Captain? We're going to go to my favorite segment.
Oh, yes.
Well, my second favorite segment, because I already have a favorite segment on the other shows.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for. I forgot how dramatic that was.
Yes, very dramatic.
I
This
love it. Yeah.
is the Wheel of Agony.
Why are there so many codes of honor on that thing?
Where Code of Honor just
many
takes
codes.
more and more.
To see.
So if you guys haven't picked up out there, we are literally got to a point where we hadn't bothered to come up with any more bad episodes. So every show that we were doing, I was just replacing this Code of Honor. So now we've got.
I hate you so much.
Yes.
So bad.
Yes, you have every right to feel like that, honestly. I don't know if I like myself too much for doing it, but we're doing it anyway. So we'll get ready. Let's spin this sucker and see how we go, eh?
In the Wheel of Agony.
Do we want to talk about any of the episodes on there? Does anyone have any comments before I press the go button?
So aside from Code of Honor.
Okay. Everyone can pick who they hope it's going to be.
I'm kind of hoping for an animated episode. Because I think that would be fun.
2 nights.
Yeah.
I'd like to get into
I don't know. These Are the Voyages was terrible.
That's one of the few Star Trek episodes that actually like made me angry.
Yeah.
Whenever it was over with, I remember throwing something and just what was that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since it aired, so that'll be a good one to watch again. We'll see if it stands.
Dave, what would you pick out of that bunch?
Prophet and Lace, I'm not a big fan of.
Oh, that one is so bad.
Is Storytellers on here?
That one has aged like fine milk.
It really has not aged well.
Fine milk. So it's cheese. It's become cheese.
It's become cheese.
Yeah, I would probably go with that. Yeah, Prophet and Lace.
I would almost argue that Prophet and Lace is just as offensive as Code of Honor is nowadays.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to find out now, guys. Let's spin this.
Here we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
No whammies. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Oh,
Voyager.
The Voyager, the fight.
I don't remember this.
No, it's a Chakotay episode.
What was that?
Is that
It's
the one?
the Chakotay episode where he's a
No.
boxer
Oh,
on the
the boxer?
holodeck,
Oh,
and it's
Oh
so
no!
awful.
Not more Robert Beltran.
Robert Beltran. Oh God.
The worst.
There are.
What did you think of that
certain
episode,
types
Dave? Did you?
of
Were you a big
diseases
Voyager
I'd
fan?
rather get.
I have watched every Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every Star Trek
Excellent.
series I've watched, yes. But I don't go back and watch Voyager as much as
No.
the other series. But I mean, I do like Voyager.
This episode,
I don't
my memories
remember
of it were
about
not
it.
great.
Yeah, my same. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to
Boothby's
say.
in this one though, and I think it was his last appearance on Star Trek. Ray.
Oh yeah, Ray Walston. Yeah.
Ray Walston. I think it was his
Yeah.
last
Really?
appearance.
I
And it
love
was in
Ray
such
Walston.
a bad episode. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well,
yeah.
that's what the show's all about, guys. So we're hitting it right on target.
Yes. Joining
The
us.
other thing that we haven't mentioned, this means next week there will be 6 Code of Honor on that wheel.
Yeah. And how close we were so close to Code of Honor today.
I know.
You
It
see
is
that? It was like a hair.
unbelievable.
It was a hair.
It's like a 6-pack, is we can call it a 6-puke.
Six view.
But think about that, though. The fact that the universe is trying to help us out here.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Trying
you
to
guys.
not give us Code of Honor. But, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought that, there you go. Voyager the Fight. We've done so many. How many voyages we've done now? Would this be our 3rd?
So I know we did the one where they had space puppies.
We
Right.
did Threshold, we did
Threshold,
Twisted,
yeah.
and then we're gonna
Twisted.
do the fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this
Yeah,
will be
so-
the 3rd.
Yeah, we've done more Voyager than anything else. We did 2 originals. We did Spock's Brain
Yeah.
and Way to Eat,
Waiting.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then
We've done- we-
Angel 1, like we were talking about.
Oh yes.
So we've done 6
Yeah.
of these. This is the 6th, 7th. It's going to be a tough one.
That's awesome. So that
Chakotay.
means next week we're watching the fight.
Yeah.
My people have a saying.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
That instantly makes me go to sleep.
Yeah.
My people.
Well,
Oh,
I
right.
guess-
What, Jason?
I guess we can talk
You
about
said it
the
public-
I guess we can talk about the indigenous advisor that Voyager had that turned out to be a white guy lying.
Nice.
Oh,
It's like,
That'll be
right
relevant.
after they walk up the set, he starts making pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Jason,
man.
you've said it publicly though. You're going to watch this episode twice. So
I do.
Yeah.
I watch every episode twice.
Oh,
good luck to you, buddy.
So I can
I'm gonna
stab
be-
out one eye on the first try and the second eye on the second try.
oh man.
I'll show up looking like an extra on Event Horizon, holding my 2 eyes, going, "It was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Liberati, don't be easy.
Save yourself from Robert Beltran."
All right, so that is going to wrap it up, I believe, for the Agony
Yeah,
Booth.
we've done our spin. We've done the Wheel of Agony.
Yes. So
We haven't
Dave,
gotten Jason's favorite yet, which is
My favorite Code of Honor.
Code of Honor. So yeah,
Oh,
That was
he
great, by
had
the way,
Not
last
seen
week.
that episode.
Yeah.
He had not seen that episode.
Oh,
obviously
man.
not. No, definitely not. I appreciate everybody coming out and taking a look at the Agony Booth, feeling some of the pain with us, helping us, meditate through the harshest parts of Star Trek. I just want to say thank you again for Dave for joining us this week. So nice
Thank
to
you,
have you.
guys.
Your Star Trek
Thank
knowledge
you.
is excellent.
Yeah. Another Texan in the group here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeehaw!
So wait, if you guys disagreed hard enough, would that start like a what is that? A duel?
oh yeah, I want a Looney Tunes kind
yeah.
of gunfight at the OK
Yeah.
Corral. kind
Grab
of.
your gun, varmint.
Yeah.
Start walking.
How
One,
is that?
2, 3.
Yeah.
I don't own a gun.
It's just so nice the Australian isn't getting made fun of for once. So this is nice.
We'll make up for it next episode.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. So next week we will be doing the fight.
the fight, Joe.
Yes,
fight.
the fight.
The
So please be
fight.
sure to join us. Let us know what you thought by commenting below. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel because we have so much wondrous things coming out for you next year.
And so much love to give.
And so much love to give. See, love is a blinder, as we saw for a Major Kira.
Well, it's not so much of love as it is lust. We have so much lust to give.
Yeah. But we have a slew of wondrous things to share with you next year. I'm going to go through
Well,
it all.
this year, Joe, This year.
Yes, this year.
Wow.
I'm the guy still writing 22 on the check. So
you write checks? You do realize this is 2023, right?
Yeah, this isn't 1986, buddy.
Well, you guys don't use checks?
No.
Come on. They're free from your bank. Why not?
That's because nobody wants them.
I was going to rattle off what's coming out.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So, you have us to the Captain's Quadrant, where we dive into wonderful things of Star Trek. We have the Power of J-Skull,
Yay.
where Jason and Jason take on and tackle the wondrous world of Master of the Universe. Where you want to find out what's coming out to the cinemas and on streaming, be sure to check out Looking Forward at the first of every month, where I and Brandon Lou drive insane membranes into what's coming out for streaming and in the theaters. If you want to talk about some of the most wondrous things that were in theaters or streaming, well, come check out 1 week later after the dust is settled. We're ready to dive into what we just saw in the theaters a week ago. And when you want to,
we're doing Avatar this week. That was 3 weeks ago.
Tomorrow.
Nice.
No, it's still a week ago in my mind. I was still writing 22. If you want to see the most wonderful interviews we have behind the curtain, we'll be talking about and talking to some wonderful people behind the scenes of all things entertainment. And our new shows, Backtrack Saturday Morning, are coming to you to talk about the most wondrous nostalgia receptors in your brain, just to make you happy and feel good again about what happened every Saturday morning when you woke up excited that you didn't have to go to school. And are you a collector? I'm a collector.
We're talking about cartoons, by the way. You didn't say that.
I said cartoons.
You said everything else but what the show was about. Keep going, Joe.
Are you a collector? I'm a collector. And so is Rick. So we're going to get into a little bit of our collections. And we invite you to come on and talk about what you love to collect. Is it cars, guns, people? Whatever. We can have it all on Off the Shelf. I can't wait. It's going to be
on the show.
So much
This
fun.
show is so American.
We sometimes collect earrings. And of course, if you didn't catch it yesterday, be sure to go back and watch the VHS Vault, where we dive into some of the most wondrous things from the old days of walking down the aisles to grab a nice big old clamshell case to see a VHS tape. Be kind, rewind, so roll back and check out VHS Vault. Friends, until next time, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and give us a good 5 rating on your favorite podcast streamers. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.